We live?
Yeah. How do you say your last name?
Klassen.
Klassen. Okay, so me and you are similar right off the bat because we have weird last names.
What's your last name?
You're like, my last name.
Yeah, what's your last name?
My name is Omar Amar.
Man, that's the best name
Who has
ever.
a name like that?
Omar Amar is the best name ever.
My parents had a sense of humor.
Let me tell you why that's the best name. Because it rhymes.
It rhymes?
It rhymes.
It
Omar
doesn't even
Amar.
rhyme. It just sounds the same.
Omar.
Is that the,
it kind of, but it has a nice flow. It doesn't rhyme, right? But it has a nice like flow to it. Like
it
Omar,
should rhyme because
like
of the way
Omar
it's
Amar.
spelled, but there's no.
You should have named this podcast Omar Amars or something like that.
Omar
Omar Amar.
Omar on Mars?
Ooh.
Right?
I like that.
I use Apollo's thing would work.
Yeah.
His logo?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a great start this
Yeah, that's fucking
podcast.
awesome. Let's shut this thing down now. Let's get that name going. Yeah.
Zack Klassen
Yeah.
is here visiting from Vancouver, but you got family here. That's how we met.
Yes.
In Edmonton.
So I'm from Edmonton, Alberta.
Yeah.
I have all my family lives here. Now I'm living in Vancouver right now just to do the whole acting situation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool, man. I like this place though.
We're going to touch up on that.
For sure.
Whole acting thing.
What I like about Edmonton is, I mean, I'm being biased because I'm from here, obviously.
Yeah.
But when I come here, man, the boys are all around, it's just like old times.
Yeah.
But what's nice is it's nice to get away from that. Like, it's nice to get away from that.
Of course.
Because if you're around it all the time, you're going to get sucked into hanging out with the boys all the time.
They're distractions.
Next thing you
Not
know,
necessarily bad ones, but they're still very much distractions.
You need them for sure in your life.
Mm-hmm.
But the next thing you know is you're smoking weed with your friends all the time. You're going to see every movie together.
Especially if it's you. There's way too many distractions.
There's way too many distractions, man. So I think the best thing for me to do is I have my friends and family in this city, and then I can go focus on work in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But you grew up here.
I grew up here.
Where were you born?
Castle Downs, North Side.
No, like which hospital? Yeah.
Oh,
I ask everybody this.
Is that?
And it's always the Royal Alec. So tell me it
Probably it is.
Okay, there you go. See, we're 10 for 10.
Yeah.
Whatever podcast we're on right now.
I love this guy, by the way. This guy's awesome.
He's very much at home.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Cereal.
Yeah, man, it's great. I think that I think the only downfall to this place is if anyone's trying to look into getting like into the social media game or the entertainment industry, it's kind of looked upon as like a dream, like impossible. Like
when you say this place, you mean Edmonton?
I mean Edmonton or Alberta, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And that's the same. It's the same way as any place that I guess doesn't really specialize in these kinds of things. Like if you go to like North Dakota, it's the same situation over there. They're like, becoming an actor or whatever. That's crazy.
They're harder to
impossible.
find.
But when you surround yourself by it, like once you get into that like bubble of these people, and this person's booking this job, and this person's working, and you've been taking a class with this girl, and she finally got into a TV show, and you're so happy for her and stuff, it becomes normal to you.
You might even tag along and find yourself in a situation that you wouldn't have found yourself in had you not been along for even giving him a ride somewhere.
Exactly.
How did Vin Diesel get involved? He took his brother to an audition.
Yeah, I think so, man.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
I used to know all those. I used to be so into like the biographies of these people.
Yeah.
Like I used to watch them on YouTube and stuff.
I remember it from the Fast and Furious
right?
days.
Yeah. Fuck, man, good times. But yeah, man, like I said, it's a possibility for anyone out there. Mm-hmm. For anyone, any of you guys want to get in the industry.
Do we want to add any more cameras so you can point it out? So you missed that about Edmonton, but there's a lot that Edmonton can offer that Vancouver seems to do, especially with your acting. And you have a podcast there.
I have a podcast.
It's no longer.
It's called Up and Coming with Zack Klassen.
And when did you get that done?
I've had my podcast for a year now.
I thought you had it for like 3.
No, it's been a year. I've had my.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you're on episode 50.
60. It'll be 60. My next episode
Whoa.
will be 60. Yeah. And
that's good.
Yeah.
That's a lot of content.
Yeah,
and it's good content.
No, I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
And you're on like many platforms, like 5 or 6 of them.
Oh, we're everywhere. Yeah. Spotify,
so you're going to change the
SoundCloud.
name now to get to that?
It's already been changed. Done.
So now if people want to find you, they're not looking for Zack Klassen?
You can type it both in. Up and Coming. You can type in Zack Klassen.
With Zack Klassen?
With Zack Klassen.
Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly.
And Up and Coming obviously took you a year to find yourself a good, suitable name.
Well, man, for a while there, I was just like, I'm just going to call my podcast my name. Because that's like essentially what it is.
Yeah.
Same thing for you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The people that you have on the show are people that, Omar Mars
I've always been told
in.
I look like a bumblebee, so why not call it?
Is that why you did that?
No,
okay.
not even.
I was going to say, you don't look like a bumblebee
I
in any
kept
way.
seeing honey before. But anyways, I'll tell you mine. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So basically, I kind of had a feel of like what the show would be about. I mean, there's a lot of actors, directors, producers, writers, people in the entertainment industry, and just people that are like trying to accomplish like almost like impossible things, are coming on my show. So I was like, you know what, like the like core foundation of what my show really is about is, they're up and coming. So that's where the name came from, man. I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. I'm into it.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you're having these conversations anyways.
Exactly.
Like you're already doing it.
Yeah, I'm already doing it.
You're just inviting them over for a Guinness or a beer.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
By the way, the first drink I've ever had on the show is with you.
Let's cheers,
and it's a Guinness. I'm doing it out of a cup.
Let's cheers to that, man.
Cheers, brother.
Do you like it?
Thanks for. Well, we're about to find out.
So I was telling you.
Not what I thought it was going to be.
The reason, again, I have this
instead
of normal beer is like whatever, man. Taste. Look.
Because it does taste like a beer. It's weird.
I don't like to taste a beer necessarily.
Yeah.
Like I don't really. It doesn't really get me going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'd rather have like I don't know A&W root beer. Really.
Yeah.
Right. But the reason I have Guinness over any other beer is because it's made with barley and not wheat. So what that does to your body is do you ever do this? You drink a beer and you're like, I'm kind of fucking tired. Like I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You're a little bit sleepy, right? But when you drink Guinness, because it's not wheat, it doesn't make you sleepy. Yeah, and it actually doesn't make you bloated either.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah, man, it's fucking
What
great.
if you're already bloated?
I think that's called just being I don't know.
Fat.
You said it.
One of my nephews calls his brother because he's 5 years old.
Right.
He went to say, "You're only 5 years old. Shut up!" in the morning,
Right.
and he goes, "You're only fat years old." But he happens to be a little bit overweight. So
Nice.
for the rest of the day, it was like, "You're only fat years old. Just be quiet."
Nice. That's hilarious.
I don't do that to kids. I'm just kidding. But
you look good,
you look great. I seen your videos. They got you working out in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Even on your vacation visiting family, you still have time to work out.
I'm telling you, man. Like once you can like, the thing is the reason why I think people, and I gotta stop saying people because I'm speaking for everyone, but like
People are people,
right? Like the reason I got into fitness for the most part was because I was vain, right? I was being very vain. Like I was like, oh, I want to look good. I want to.
It's hard not to be vain when you look so good.
Well,
we don't blame you.
But like that was the main reason, right?
Yeah,
I wanted to make sure I look good. Oh, nice.
Of course, and you're young.
How do I look?
Yeah, you're young.
As I'm getting older, I'm starting to only work out to train the mind. And what I mean by that is like, for example, today, man, I did a 45-minute run on the treadmill. I did some running and I didn't want to do it, but because I did it, my mind like is getting stronger because of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, for example, if you had like 10 guests on a podcast in a month, let's just say, and by the 8th and 9th person, you're like, fuck, I don't really want to do this. Every time you've done it, how much better do you feel?
Way better, man.
Or
it's like anything, though.
Exactly, anything, man. But the more you can actually do those kinds of things, the more stronger your mind gets. The more stronger your mind gets, the more you're able to do stuff. Hey, Omar, can you help me with this? Yeah, sure, no problem. You don't even think about it anymore. You just start doing it, man.
My mind has no more yield signs.
Exactly.
Or stop signs.
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
it gets strong. It's just like a muscle, man. Just like your fucking chest or your back or
So
whatever.
going to the gym is beneficial for both
body
and your mind.
But I'm saying is the main reason why I do it now is because of the mind.
Yeah, where before it was just about how good you look in that t-shirt.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
But 2019, do you do anything different now?
In
terms of
fitness?
Yeah, in terms of what you've been doing, which is pretty hard to top because you're boxing, you're working out, you're doing CrossFit, you have partners.
In terms of working out, nothing's changing. I'm definitely adding again. Just I don't know, man. I'm slowly switching into boxing and running and all this kind of stuff. I saw that, and that's like that gets my mind more.
It's good cardio, man.
It's good cardio, man.
Boxing.
Yeah.
Who boxes and says, "Oh, I didn't sweat enough."
Right. Exactly.
Boxing is like the all-time beat the shit out of that bag.
Totally.
While
man.
you just drench yourself in your own sweat.
Yeah. So
good for you.
Yeah, man. For the most
part. Are you getting better at boxing? Skipping rope, you're really good at. I was going to tell you.
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Because I can skip rope maybe 4 or 5 times before something gets caught up. But to switch hands and to do the X's and that's now you're timing it like a musician does.
Right.
You know,
exactly,
whereas me it's like a dum dum dum, trying not to make too much noise at the gym.
Right.
You know. So good for you.
Yeah, man. For the skipping thing, it's just something I've been doing since I was like a kid or whatever.
Yeah, you don't learn that. You don't learn that overnight.
No, man. No, you definitely don't.
This Guinness is awesome.
You like it, right?
Way. I do not mind it one little bit.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's.
Can we cheers again?
Yeah, it's cheers, brother.
I was gonna tell you, take off that coat.
Yeah, I'm gonna take.
Usually it's cold in here in this fucking studio, but it's a little warm today.
I'm so happy you're doing this, man, in Edmonton.
I'm so happy that people like you kind of got us started. Guys that we've had on the podcast, just in general, their story is inspiring because not many of us just say, you know what, I'm just going to do whatever I want. It's tough. And to enjoy it at the same time.
It's tough,
You know
man.
what I mean?
It's tough.
I don't think you'd be doing it if you didn't like it.
But it hasn't always been easy, man. Like when I moved to
of course not.
Vancouver, like I'll kind of get deep
I
with you
can
here.
imagine, yeah.
When I moved to Vancouver for acting, man, like I had my own personal training business that I was running, right? And I loved it, man. I had great clients. I was making X amount of dollars a year, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I was competing. My name was getting out there for what I thought I liked to do at the time. And when I moved to Vancouver, it was all gone. Everything, man.
Well,
everything
it's like
was
you're competing?
just everything, man. Like it all changed for me. Like
You changed it, though.
because I left to a different city.
Okay.
So when I got to this new city, I was like, okay, well, I'll just do what I was doing in Edmonton in Vancouver.
Okay.
But it just didn't switch over properly, man. It's a different market. It's Vancouver.
What was so different about it?
It's just the fitness industry there it's a lot more, I don't want to say saturated. It's a lot more competitive. So unless you're someone that's willing to put, 110% into building a personal training business,
Yeah.
It's very unlikely that you're going to be able to make a living off that unless you put that kind of effort into it. Because remember, man, I'm trying to become an actor there. Like that's why I moved there. I moved there to, take an acting class, network.
Yeah.
Where's this happening? Student films. What's that? Okay, I'll get onto a student film. Okay, learning how to fucking use a camera. I've never even picked up a camera. Learning how to create sketches and skits and write. Like all these things, man, took up majority of my time, and you're not making any money doing that.
Yeah.
Right. So I kind of had to give up the whole personal training thing and get into serving.
But serving was just a means to an end.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
You're using it as a stepping stone.
For sure.
What's your favorite to do? Like between theater, TV, doing sitcoms, like doing stand up. What's your favorite thing to do if you had one?
Film, TV, for sure.
Film.
Yeah, I like it a lot, man. It's so much fun. You can do so much
The
things
smoke
with it.
and mirrors and mics and cameras.
Yeah, it's just everything about it, man. It's just so much fun. You know, you can get really, you can make, like, it's just what you imagine it, you can almost create it. Like that's essentially what it is. And it's fascinating to me, man. I love it. I love getting on stage, and I just love everything about it. I did improv for half a year, improv comedy, which is really, it's, man, it's
harder than it seems.
It was the toughest thing that I've ever had to do because you're getting on stage with some of the best people in Vancouver. Yeah. And you're riffing, right? It's improv. So you're kind of just like, riffing off people's,
riffing meaning,
like, for example, like you just come on stage and the person's like, "Hey man, did your dad tell you what he said?" And like, okay, we're brothers obviously in that situation. Yeah. My dad's telling me something. Okay. What can I pull up? No, what did he say? You talking about the car? Yeah, the car. You took it, didn't you? Yeah. No, you took the car. You fucking idiot.
That's what riffing is.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe I think that's called riffing, isn't it?
Riffing.
I'm like fucking riffing. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I like that.
Yeah.
It's sort of like improv in a way.
No, that's what it is.
It's a style of improv?
It is improv. That's what improv is.
All right.
Yeah.
You could just said improv.
I did. I think I did.
Why do we have to do the other one?
Riff.
It's like Americans and Canadians. Riff. Okay. Go on. Go on with the chlorophyll.
Yeah. Yeah, man, just doing improv, man. It taught me so much, dude. So much. Like
that sounds like it's the craziest way to act, which
for
is
anyone,
like on the spot,
for anyone that's
going through the Rolodex.
Yeah, for anyone that's like nervous in any way about like anything.
Don't do that.
Anything, man. Get into improv.
Okay.
Because it will clear that out of the way. Like if you have a public speaking problem, or you have, you're a little bit shy on talking to your Instagram whatever it is. I don't know, whatever it is. But if you're nervous about, people judging you in that kind of way, do improv. You're going to look like an idiot no matter what, because you're not always gonna be funny. Yeah. Sometimes the joke's not gonna land, and it's kind of embarrassing. Yeah.
Sometimes the fact that you think you're funny.
And you think you're funny. Exactly.
It's like, I'm not funny.
Yeah, fuck, I'm not funny.
And it just takes one wrong look from somebody in the crowd.
Exactly, man.
Oh, that guy knows I'm not funny.
Yeah. Seriously.
Okay, that guy thinks I'm funny. And maybe this guy a little bit. But okay, that's tough. That sounds tough. That sounds like. Yeah. But you're saying challenge yourself by doing that, and you'd be surprised by some of the things that happen to you.
100%, man. 100%. Like it's fucking crazy. That. Yeah.
Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just looking at this book.
Yeah, I
got this book for Christmas, and it's just really cool. It's got some really good questions in it, and I marked off as I was going through it some of the questions. But not just with you, just questions in general that I really like.
Well, hit me with
do you like being interviewed?
Yeah, I do.
Like, where the hell did that question come from? It's so simple, yet eluded me for so long.
That's what it says in there?
Do you like being interviewed?
Yeah.
Why? Question mark. So do you like being interviewed?
Well, like, I don't know if I like being interviewed, but like I like...
Well, you know the why's coming.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Say yes like you did before, and then explain why.
Yes. Yeah, I like it. I think I like it because I'm always being the host for my show, right? So I'm always asking the questions.
So it's different.
So it's kind of nice.
Cool. Yeah.
For once I get to talk about
Which
myself.
you do a great job at, by the way.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's you know, being people.
I need help.
I think everyone should have a podcast.
I think everybody will have a podcast.
Yeah,
but it's almost like the prediction of text messaging.
But why do you think that?
I don't know why I think that, so I don't really have an opinion on it. If I had to guess, I'll tell you why I think it's going to happen and what my opinion on it is. I think it's going to happen because some of the greatest minds that have predicted text messaging over phone calls in the 21st century, and we all laughed, like, why would we text when we can call, have said that podcasting is the new way to communicate in 7 to 10 years from now. But I remember we laughed off text messaging when that was introduced as a big thing. And so now I feel like the same thing is going to happen with podcasting. Why I think that's important and why I think that's true is because pretty soon, I think with all the distractions we have, and not just social media, just the things that are happening around us in general, technology, people going to Mars, whatever you want that distraction to be, drugs, recreational, whatever, legal, not legal, I think just take us to a place where there's too many distractions to be able to sit and have a real old school organic conversation like the one we're having now. I think this will become very old school because we're talking without the use of our phone, without TVs, without people around us interrupt us. It's just me and you. It's very hard to have those kind of conversations, and I think that's going to be more popular than it is. Kind of like water being popular, but I think in years to come, water is going to be like gold. Like that's how you're rich, whether you have water around you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But that's my personal opinion on it. I don't think it's the right one, but I just know some great minds have predicted that, and I can kind of see why.
Right.
What's yours on it? Do you have
Yeah,
opinion?
for sure. I mean, like, I think podcasting eventually, it's already taking off, man. Let's be honest here.
Right.
It's becoming one of the biggest media things ever. But at the same time.
How long has been podcasting going on for? 14 years or something?
Yeah.
Like what were the earlier podcasts that were kind of happening?
Well, I mean,
you want to look it up, Chris?
I mean, Joe Rogan's like the, you know.
But he didn't start
He's
just definitely
he didn't start
one
it, but
of the
I think he's one of the few people that you know what I like about that though, man, is he started his podcast knowing that he didn't know if it was gonna be big or not. He just liked doing.
I think we all have that.
Well, I mean,
like everybody that starts a podcast, I don't think is expecting it to be great, right?
No, but I mean,
definitely not Joe Rogan great.
But I mean, he did one when it was not even popular though, right? Like
but are you expecting your podcast to take off?
But podcasting's popular now. Like I just started my podcast.
So you're just assuming I have a better chance.
You do.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You 100% have a better chance because
you have a better chance because more people are doing it, or did you have a better chance when less people are doing it? I think he has a better chance.
No, but here, check this out.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even have the podcast app on your phone. Like podcasting.
But that's not why I got into a podcast. Neither did you.
No, but I'm saying is if podcasting, if 50% of Americans listen to podcasts, because I think it went from 13 to 50% in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So if more people.
Well, we went from TV to no TV in 4 years.
Right. So
I haven't watched TV in a while.
If more people are now listening to this kind of style of media, and you're making one, you're automatically going to have more listeners off the bat.
Yeah, so there's more of it, but more people are interested in it.
Correct.
You know, 20% of the population versus 50.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's, the levels keep going up. More listeners, more podcasts.
Exactly.
Take your pick.
Yeah, take your pick.
Yeah. What do you want?
Yeah.
Can I have another Guinness, Chris, from upstairs? Because I really like this shit.
They're good, right?
Yeah, I'm going to light a joint, though. Really? Yeah, I'm not kidding.
We're going to smoke a J on the first time on this
First
podcast.
time.
Yeah.
It's always before and after. Remember Wheel of Fortune?
I've never smoked a joint on my podcast
before and after. You haven't?
Never.
Really? No. Well, thank you in advance. I appreciate it because it's my first time.
This is my cherry.
Yeah, we're both virgins. This is our cherry.
But I mean, it's legal here in Canada. We should be doing that before this. I think
we should just mix it.
Okay.
Yeah. Whenever the weed makes
get a little crazy,
a little dry. Yeah. Just put some Guinness in it.
Get a little crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
But yeah, so this book just
that's crazy. So
a lot of cool questions. Can I ask you one more?
Yeah, man. You can ask me as many as you want.
Ever felt disappointed in how you performed?
Yeah, man. Definitely. All the time.
And what was it? Like, explain why.
So many things, man. So many things.
Because a lot of times we disappoint ourselves, but really to the rest of the people, they're like, wait a minute, that was pretty good. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. So many avenues though, man. Like that's a vague question. I think like, when it comes to, for example, any audition that I've been on, fuck, man, I leave there, I'm like, fuck, I could have done that better. Or it could be, it could be in a relationship and, I don't know, man. Maybe you're not being as, for example, man, if I'm having a shitty time in my life, like I'm going to be a shitty person. And like you're saying, like, oh, then just don't have a shitty time. Yeah, easier said than done. Like people have shitty times, right? Yeah. I sometimes wish that
you ever see somebody that's trying not to have a shitty time, but they really are?
Right.
And it's just this weird.
Yeah, they're weird, right?
See-through mask.
They're just like, they're just like,
something's off about Zack today.
Yeah, they like kind of like laugh, like the fake laugh, right?
Yeah. Oh, I hate fake laughs. Can I just put that out there?
That's
I really don't like that.
Seriously? Yeah. That's so funny, man.
Yeah, when it's happening to somebody else, you're like,
that's hilarious.
That
is
not really that funny.
Yeah.
But no, when it's happening to you, I don't like it.
Yeah, no, for sure, man.
But whatever.
Yeah,
it's just
be real. Yeah, don't be.
Yeah,
for sure. But I mean, yeah, man. I always wish, I could do better sometimes, and sometimes it gets the best of me. I mean, I think that's like everyone though, really.
Let's try the reverse. Have you had a really good performance?
Oh,
that you were very proud of?
Oh, dude, when I'm in a good mood, I'm in a good mood.
So what's that like?
Oh, I don't know, man. Like, for example, I did a history documentary.
Was that
TV show?
the
Hitler's
about a month ago?
Yeah,
3 weeks ago?
It's called Hitler's Last Stand.
You had a kitchen scene with somebody.
Oh, no,
you were doing behind.
No, that's something else.
Well, you're a busy guy. Okay,
yeah,
I just thought it was just one project. All right. In the last month.
Yeah. No, that was a short film that's being submitted to something else.
Okay.
It's a romantic.
It looked kind of romantic.
Yeah.
I was going to say that has nothing to do with the title you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, no, it was definitely. It's really cool too, man. I think the way that they have it all together and stuff, I think it's going to come together really nicely. It's good. But the show I was working on before I came here, it was called Hitler's Last Stand. It's going to be on National Geographic.
It's not out yet.
It's not out yet. It comes out in like February, March.
Hitler's Last Stand.
Yeah.
Netflix.
No, National Geographic.
Not on Netflix.
No.
How do you find it?
I don't know.
National Geographic?
Yeah, National Geographic.
The Geo channel?
The Geo channel.
I hate those. They have the best trailers.
The yellow.
I can't watch it.
They got the yellow logo.
Yeah, they have the best trailers.
Of course, man.
Why do that to me?
I know.
Because I really want to watch it.
It'll eventually be on Netflix. It has
to be.
It has to be, yeah.
Because, man, those trailers beat any other trailers I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, they're really good.
I'm just like, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
How do I watch this? Geo, you click on it, it goes to something else.
Totally, man. Yeah.
Yeah, Safari. And I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Exit out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll watch it when Zack shows it to me.
Yeah.
I'm liking this Guinness, man. Let me tell you. This Guinness is good.
It's good, man.
Good. Yes, sir.
Drink it out of the bottle this time.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
I used your advice.
Mm-hmm.
You dunked mine into the glass.
I'll tell you what. I tell you why I don't drink too much on the podcast, though.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't affect you, by the way. So it's not like when people say you drink, you become a different person. You're just.
Yeah, but as a host,
you're not a drunk.
Right. As a host, though, I feel like you get like a
little off topic.
You get sloppy.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a question right now. My next question is, I have to. Every time I go to this, it's good times.
Perfect, man.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Just goes right for the throat.
That's a fucking
how old
question.
are you now, Zach?
27.
You're so young.
Thanks, man.
So 37, my age. Where do you see yourself?
You're 37?
Yeah, I hope it's not doing a fucking podcast with burgundy curtains.
You look amazing, man. Not
for
that
37?
I hate when people say that though. I'm sorry about that.
I love my numbers, by the way.
Because
I don't mind. Because I'm older.
No, 100%. But when people say like, "Oh man, you look amazing for your age," like, what does that really mean?
Yeah.
Like,
what does a 37-year-old look like?
Because honestly, bro, I thought you were the same age as me.
Get the hell out of here!
Swear to God. Yeah, 100%.
Somebody agrees with you out there.
Dude, you look great, man.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
37?
Man, you got a full head of hair.
You know what?
You got your face. You must use some kind of moisturizer or something. You got a nice beard.
Whatever Chris recommends.
You got the moisturizer going?
I'm actually not that guy that has
I'm not either, man. Yeah.
I just
who cares, right?
You know, I groom. You know, when it comes to the hair.
Yeah.
You know, beard, hair, whatever.
Yeah.
But as far as skin, it just. You know, you got to go tanning once in a while. You got to see some sun.
Do you go tanning every once in a while?
I did before, like 4 or 5 years ago, where I
Okay.
tan a couple times a month.
Right.
Now it's like maybe for a vacation, I'll go a
Right.
couple times just to prepare my skin for the sun.
Right.
You know, if I was going to visit you in Vancouver,
Right.
and it was in the summer, I probably go 2 times that week just so when I get there.
Should we light this fucking joint?
Yeah,
Let's
we
do
should.
it.
But
Let's
before
light
we
that.
do that, you got to try some Vocalease.
What is that?
This is a honey throat spray. It's all natural.
Is it gonna?
And
I don't do tea. I don't do the weed. This stuff. That's
no, it's definitely none of that. It's just for your vocal cords.
Come
Not that you need it, but try
Come
it.
on.
Everybody does. Yeah.
Vocal.
This is who
throat
sponsors
spray.
us.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Come on, brother.
If they find out Zack Klassen
So if I take this, I'm not gonna get
was
like
on here.
high or anything, am I?
No, man, I promise you. What's wrong with you? I look like I lied to you? Did you lie to me about the Guinness?
All right.
That is the hardest shot I've ever seen anybody take. Usually they're hesitant. You're like,
Well, I trusted you. As soon as you said the Guinness thing, I was like,
Yeah, right?
We're homies.
Yeah, we went back and forth.
All right.
Okay. So you were saying,
Yeah. So what was I saying? I was saying,
Chris, where were we?
this podcast is like a whirlwind. I'll tell you. This is a whirlwind pod. I love it. It's awesome. I love it.
This
Great.
one in particular?
This
Why?
one, it's just like you go somewhere and you take them, you know, boom, left corner over here, go right, you know.
That is what the podcast. Yeah, thank you. What is that podcast? That is what the podcast is like.
I love it, man. I love it. That's awesome.
All right, we're about to smoke a joint. My first one.
That's fucking sweet.
Broke his cherry.
Broke his cherry.
It's a very small one, so I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But we went to a question, 10 years, and then we talked about age.
Oh,
27,
yes.
37. And thank you for
Before
saying
we-
I don't look 37,
yeah.
but it's just a number. So I'm actually blessed. You are going to be blessed to reach 37, and I hope you do.
I don't know.
I'm going to be blessed to reach 57. So I can't wait for these numbers because not many people can say they're 37, 38.
Do your parents
39.
look good and stuff?
Yeah, my dad's got all his hair. He acts like he's 20, and he's 85.
Good. Yeah, it's good.
My mom has been mistaken for my sister before because she's a young
You're
looking lady.
Lebanese, right?
I'm Lebanese.
Right.
Yeah.
You got the good genes, though.
Why?
Lebanese
'Cause
people.
you love a lot of Lebanese people, by the way.
I get along with
Can
them
I
so-
tell you, you're friends with a lot of them.
I get along with so well with them, man.
That's what makes
I
it
grew
so
up with them,
enjoyable.
though. Ani
Exactly.
Shwai Arabi, man.
Yeah.
Shwai.
What did you say, Shwai?
Yeah, Shwai.
You know what Shwai means?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
There you go. You got the basics down.
Yeah, I got the basics down.
Just don't be one of those guys that just swears all the time. Who's been
no.
teaching you that?
Yeah, no, of course.
Like you actually know the actual.
Well,
You can have a
so,
conversation
well,
with the
how,
parents.
Well, this is what happened, man. As I grew up with, you know, Jesse Alladine,
Of course.
Jermaine Alladine.
Stud.
Yeah, I grew up with them, man. We grew up together, and you know, I used to go to his house all the time, and his parents are awesome, man. I love them.
Where do they live? Northside?
Northside, Castle Downs.
Yeah.
And you know, we used to go to his house all the time, man. We used to have, you know, Lebanon and, you know,
Jobin.
Tabbouleh. Yeah, we got it all, man. Got it all down. And
I have some Lebanon if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we would just, you know, I would just be part of the culture, man. You know, Mahmoud and like everyone, man. It was nice, man, because I was really young when I got this, you know, this kind of culture.
And you know
to
the
me.
good kind of Lebanese people.
Well, there's not
Oh.
bad. What do you mean?
What are you talking about? Are there any? What's your background?
White.
No, like you're white, but what's your background? Is it Irish?
Little bit of Greek, German, Irish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's
But when
Germans out there I wouldn't like. I'm sure there's Greeks out there I wouldn't
yeah,
like.
I think
but
there's
I'm
just-
sure there's
I'm
Greeks
there's
and Germans I would
people.
love.
I think it's just people, though.
I'm just saying, you found yourself
Yeah.
a good Lebanese family to
You can't make me be
relate
a racist.
yourself to.
I'm not gonna be racist on your podcast.
There's shit Lebanese people, and there's shit white people,
Right.
and there's shit Germans, and
right.
there's good Germans. I'm saying the you know you're trying to find the good apples in life.
Right.
So for you to be related to that family in a sense, and being sort of cultured by them a little
Yeah.
bit on who we are as people,
Yeah.
that's a good family to learn from.
And I love them, man. I really
Yeah,
do.
they're great people.
I consider them my family.
Yeah.
Like I really
Not
do.
everybody's great,
No.
you know.
And I think just growing up in like where I'm from, like North Side, you know,
Yeah.
had a lot of, you know, Arab friends and
Yeah.
stuff. I feel so blessed to have that
Mm-hmm.
because it's really opened me up to like just being culturally like accepting. Like I don't know, I'm very open-minded, I think, because of it. Because you know,
We are like that quite a bit, like especially in my family, very open-minded.
Yeah, man.
As
Yeah.
far as religion goes, and you know, races and stuff like that, very open.
Right. So yeah,
and they
like,
found themselves a good catch too.
yeah, thanks, man.
To
Appreciate
be,
that.
you know.
Yeah.
What have they taught you besides the obvious stuff? You know how to say shwayi? What?
Arabic.
Yeah, like could we do the whole podcast in Arabic?
No, I'm not that good. I can count to 10 and stuff.
Is there anything you've always wanted to know how to say, but nobody ever really took the time to Maybe we could just get it out of the way, like kind of just throw it out there.
Like, I don't know. I can't like really think of like I can't really think of like something to say. Like, ask me a question. Like, just ask me a question. I'll try to reply to you in Arabic.
No.
Don't you fucking open that book.
No, that's definitely not an
questions.
Arabic book. شو بدك تعمل?
So what are you doing right now?
What are you going to do?
Sorry,
but
what are you
very
gonna do?
close,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
What are you doing right now? شو عم تعمل?
شو عم تعمل? Yeah.
شو بدك تعمل?
What do you
going to do? No, what are you going to do?
Okay.
So شو بدك تعمل?
Right.
Is what are you going to do?
I always get like
شو عم تعمل?
Yeah.
That means what are you doing?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
There's these little nuances.
See, that's exactly where it is for me.
Yeah, of
like,
course.
Yeah.
But even for us, it catches us off.
Right. And you know Bilal Amar too.
My cousin.
That's your cousin.
You know Bilal's my cousin, Willie?
Amar, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Amar.
Yeah, Amar.
Yeah. Well, you were talking about the last name that didn't click earlier.
It just totally. Now that you say that, though, I kind of can.
You know, see?
Not see
Billy.
Yeah.
He got all his pizza skills from me.
That's
I was
crazy,
cooking.
Man.
I was cooking way before Billy was.
Really?
Not that much earlier, but yeah, I was cooking.
That's awesome, man.
So I enjoy his videos about the dough. I'm like, that's some good dough. That's some good dough.
I've been there before.
Because I've cut. I've done
been
that.
there before.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
You visited like my friends did in the kitchen and helped them put up all those balls together.
Man, he makes his
them.
pizza every time we're there. It's
of
amazing.
course, man. There's nothing like homemade pizza like
Opens
that.
the bar.
Oh, yeah.
You know, get a couple Guinnesses
Billy's
going.
Good shit.
Play some
Father's
pool.
Good shit.
Some music going. It's fucking great. Yeah. But you know what, dude? This podcast you got going on right now. In 10 years, where do you want it to go? What do you see happening in this 10 years?
The question on me.
Yeah, you're fucking.
Nobody's allowed to do that. 10 years.
Deflect that shit.
I feel like there'll be no podcast in 10 years. I feel like we'll be just doing something different.
So in 10 years, what do you want though? Like, because there will always be a line of talk shows. Is that what you want to get into?
I think I always want to have these conversations. So in 10 years, I don't see being at all bored with conversations with people I meet, like yourself. You know what I mean? Right. Because if we weren't on this podcast, we'd be sitting upstairs. We'd be just chilling on the couch, watching some Netflix or talking or smoking a joint at the same time. It would be just like this. Mm-hmm. We're just allowing people to be in on a conversation that we think is pretty cool. We think we got some cool topics to discuss that people might want to be interested in or intrigued by.
Yeah.
But it's really up to the listener.
Yeah, 100%.
We're just looking for this conversation.
Right.
The camera's out of the way. We're still talking like this.
Well,
especially if it's you, because you're used to it.
Well, if you're having this
another guy, then
if you're having this kind of conversation, this is really good. And obviously, a lot of people agree that this kind of. I'm good, brother.
You are?
Yeah.
This was your idea.
No, I know, but this,
All right,
I'm
let's
good.
Just stir it off.
Yeah. For right now, anyways.
For now.
Yeah, I think that long form conversations, man. I mean, I think they're gonna be around in 10 years. That's my prediction.
Oh yeah. What do you mean? It's a lost art. How the fuck are people intrigued by two people on a mic and headsets?
Mm-hmm. Well, they have
seriously.
Yeah, but they would have to get something from that conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But why else would you do it?
Mm-hmm. 100%. I totally
Are the
agree.
mics that attractive?
Yeah,
no, seriously. Why are you doing it?
Well,
because the content has to be there.
What made me intrigued, I think it's a combination between the host and who he's having on. You know what I mean? If they don't like the host, then it has to be someone that they like on. Like
you can have wrong
nice, yeah, Jim Carrey on. For sure, gonna listen to this episode, 100%. You know what I mean? But for me, what intrigued me is because I don't really know any of the guests you've had on the show.
Yeah.
It's been you.
Yeah.
Right. So Omar, man, that guy. Yeah, I remember Omar. That's Bilal's cousin. He does paintings. He Omar the artist. You know what I mean? I want to know what he's about.
Omar paints.
Omar paints. I want to get into his podcast and I want to hear, this is what intrigued me to listen to your episodes, man. And it's awesome, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, it's fucking sweet. You still painting quite a bit?
Yeah. I got I've dumbed it down quite a bit because I just started tattooing. And I've never actually...
You actually do the tattooing yourself?
Yeah, I've never told anybody that, so thanks for bringing that out. I was going to expose it later on.
Sorry,
but it is the new year. Yeah. Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year, brother.
I forgot to fucking tell you.
Yeah.
Happy New Year. So yeah, I just started tattooing. So my painting is not going to be as much. The podcast does not take long at all. This hour we share is the hour for the week.
Yeah.
I don't really do a lot of it, but we are planning some cool promo video, something we could put out there just to,
for the artist stuff.
Not so well. We're doing both. We got this this thing going on where we're able to provide some services, and some people might like it, especially in today's world with social media and everybody want to be in shape or do photo sessions with, or do some photography or landscaping or videos. Videos are very popular. So just to be in that industry, I think guys like me and you and these guys here would benefit so much from, just because it is what they do.
Well, it's funny that you say that, man. I actually started a social media, no, I wouldn't say social media agency because that's not the right wording for it, but I started a social media company last year. And what I do is I manage business owners' Instagram accounts.
Okay.
It's kind of like my side hustle, like while I'm trying to do this whole acting thing, right?
Okay.
So this is not like a promotion or whatever, but like
It should be though.
Oh, okay.
I'm interested.
All right. I basically just handle. There's a couple of nightclubs that I handle in Vancouver. I handle their social media. I do posting. I handle their Instagram stories.
Facebook as well.
Facebook events. Replying to whatever it is, man.
Just on
Twitter,
those two platforms.
Twitter. Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever it is, man. I'm kind of familiar with all the social media platforms.
That's not easy to do.
It's not easy to do, man. So there's a lot of people.
Job.
There's a lot of people out there that don't really know how it's beneficial for their business, but it is in my opinion, it's the most beneficial thing that you can do for your business. And some people don't really want to, sit down and learn all this shit, and they don't want to have to go through all that. So what I do, man, is I do it for them. Because it's
like convincing your parents why they shouldn't have a home phone anymore, because there's new technology out there, or how it works.
Right.
Some of these bigger companies are so old school. They're like, what do you mean you can advertise on Facebook? I don't want people to see my pictures. Like, no, Facebook is a pretty powerful machine. It reaches about what is it, 2 billion people a day?
It's crazy. I think it's $1 billion though.
$1 billion? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. The marketing's huge on Facebook.
Right.
So start using it like your Pattison sign when you're driving home, and somebody spends $600 a month to have that thing skip every 30 seconds.
100%.
Take that $600, give it to somebody that can put you out there in the online world.
Right.
Because that's where it matters.
But it's like they don't really know where to begin. And that's kind of like where I come to play. It's like, hey, look,
that's true.
I can handle your social media for this is my services that I offer, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that for about a year.
Yeah.
That's continuing to grow. Mm-hmm. And it's great, man. I like it. I like it a lot.
Do search engine optimization, stuff like that on
we do
Google AdWords and stuff like that?
I'm not really focused on Google Ads anymore.
It's very big.
I know, but Facebook, in my opinion, is more beneficial.
Yeah, you can tie it all in, though.
You can, but I just think Google Ads are, I think they're just overpriced.
Yeah, there's lots of bidding that goes on, totally. So you can definitely.
Whereas Facebook and Instagram, which more people are on these things anyway, it's a lot cheaper.
And they're linked. But yeah, I mean, it's just, if you have somebody that wants to go out and get all this stuff done, it's nice that they don't have to outsource and get all this, their own way, because they want to go to you for everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, it's...
Do you want to sneeze? You look like you're going to sneeze.
No. I'm just trying to, how do you adjust this mic? You look like you got
I don't know.
there.
No, what?
There you go.
Oh.
There we go. Sweet.
You want me to go low?
There we go.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, there we go.
Chris, does this still work for the cameras? I'm blurred out. That's okay.
That's hilarious.
But you have to.
Yeah, you have to, man. 100%.
This mic is your friend for the next hour in your face. It has to be sitting. Yeah. And it's like a guy doing this. That guy has to be just right. Otherwise, it just annoys you.
Right. Totally.
It's good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks good on you.
Thanks.
I like the why are we all black on black?
Yeah, black
on black.
I don't know, man. I like black.
You gonna make time for me on your podcast when I go to Vancouver?
Yeah, you gonna come on?
Yeah. I want to see that Vancouver view.
It's a cool view.
Because it looks like you should be showing me the view a little bit more. Because I'm like, what are they looking at?
I know.
It's just bright. And it's like, it feels like, this is the opposite. This is like a dungeon room.
Have you seen the videos? Have you seen the videos though?
Of
I usually put them on Instagram, like of my place and stuff, like facing the windows, whatever.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of them.
It's really cool.
Yeah. I have seen that view. That's why I know what it looks like.
Right.
I'm just like,
yeah.
Like that view. It's totally different. Here you're in a dungeon.
Right.
You know, I don't have
the thing is, man, for my podcast, I don't have anyone like there. Like there's no like, you got this guy, Chris here. Organic. He's fucking awesome. He's watching everything. He's making sure everything's okay. Yeah. Whereas me, I don't. Right?
Well, you got a host that knows what he's doing when it comes to technology. These guys are like, what lens would you like us to use? It's like, I don't know, man. Just do what you do. And they add a third camera without telling me. They just do whatever the fuck they want.
That's awesome.
I don't think people are tuning in because of the colors of the curtain.
It sounds like they believe in the show, man.
It's cool guests with really interesting conversations that doesn't happen every day. I think it's going to be a popular thing. I think everybody's going to be doing it. It's just a matter of time.
Do you know anything about the World War II stuff?
No, I'm not a big World War II buff.
I wasn't either, man. I got into it because that show I was on.
Yeah.
Hitler's Last Stand.
Yeah.
I was like, I should probably know a couple
Learn
things.
your craft a little bit.
I started to learn more about like just Hitler and like that whole situation.
Yeah.
And on Netflix, there's a show called In Color, World War II in Color or something like that.
Yeah.
And man, it's fucking great.
Yeah.
Like super informative too.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, wow, this is amazing. I had no idea this is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was watching the documentary series,
yeah,
it was like, oh, this is where Dunkirk came from. Oh, this is where the movie Saving Private Ryan came from. Or this is where The Imitation Game came from. It's so interesting to me.
Especially all the movies that tie into it.
Exactly. I'm just like, oh, this
Behind
is...
Enemy Lines?
Yeah.
Did that have anything to do with...
I haven't seen that.
Behind Enemy Lines?
I know.
With Owen Wilson?
No.
Really?
No.
Get the hell out of here. You didn't see the bombs exploding and the camera work they did?
No.
Bro.
Good?
You want to make videos after that movie.
Yeah.
That movie's insanely great.
Wow. Nice. Yeah, I got to check it out.
Behind Enemy Lines.
I have I'll turn I've turned my phone back on.
You know how good it was?
How,
I was using it for the Nuance sound check. Remember back in the day? International Stereo used to sell those overpriced speakers.
You used to sell them?
Yeah.
You did?
Oh, yeah. I was a con artist. Yeah. I practiced my podcast in the con artist.
Fuck out of here. You used to do that? That's awesome.
Yeah. So those speakers were heavily overpriced.
I remember that, dude. People used to sell those out of vans. TVs. Oh, yeah.
They'd realize they made a big mistake,
and...
buy it for $5,000. They got to get rid of it for like $100 if they're lucky. It's cheap. 300% markup, man.
Why didn't they sell it for more? Because it was stolen?
Oh, we tried. We tried to sell it for more.
Because it's stolen.
No, it's not stolen.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Oh, them sell it for more. The people in the cars.
The vans, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they just jack them from the back.
Because those are stolen, obviously, right?
Well, they're not going to tell you. I just left International Stereo because the manager was at the front and I was at the back.
Well, how else would they get them, though? That's all.
Yeah, they're guaranteed. They're going to the back door. Buddy opens the garage.
Yeah.
They load them on. See ya. Yeah. Where did those speakers go? I don't know.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So they tried to sell them out of a van, knowing people think that they're worth $5,000. So if they get $500, who cares?
Right.
But anyways, garbage speakers, garbage ideas, garbage jobs. Those don't exist. But my point, where was I going with that? The whole speaker thing.
You used to sell them.
We used to sell them. So we used to use the movie Behind Enemy Lines in that room. That's how good that movie is with the sound check.
Wow.
I'm telling you. So I used to use parts of that movie. So check it out. It's called Behind Enemy Lines.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. If I was selling speakers, I think I'd use like a loud like EDM song, like just have like the party just going, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I guess EDM wasn't that big.
Tried that.
But EDM wasn't that big when you were selling
them. We're talking 2002.
Wow.
2003.
Darude Sandstorm wasn't even a thing yet.
No.
Fuck,
we're still using the Eagles.
That's crazy.
You gotta know when to hold them.
Oh man, that's so cool.
Weird shit.
That's funny, man. So we're kind of from different generations.
100%, man.
Like the 90s, you were in your 20s, right? Is that no,
not quite.
What the fuck am I saying?
Not quite. 2000, but still, that's 10 years, right?
Like Eminem. And
lots changed, yeah, man.
Yeah.
We were around when
In
Biggie
Sync.
and Tupac became popular.
Wow,
like when Tupac died.
That's crazy.
You know, so it's a different era, but I think we're lucky enough that we've seen that transition with computers to like we were still walking around where our dad would have that big phone with the big antenna and have it in the car.
I was around for that generation
These things
too,
are
though.
ancient. No, you weren't. Are you kidding? When you were 10 years old, you did not look down and see on your dad's seat his phone 10. That's this big. You were seeing his flip phone.
When I was in the 7th grade, I had a cell phone.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had a cell phone when I was 30. No, I didn't quite wait that long. You know, I've had the same number for like 18 years.
Me too.
Yeah.
Still 780. I live in a different province though.
Yeah.
And I still have the same number.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm not changing it.
You must have had this whole foreshadowing thing happen to you.
Right.
Do you have, are you a vivid dreamer that really,
yeah.
Right?
Oh man, I dream.
I don't meet many people like that. So could you please elaborate what a vivid dreamer is?
Vivid dreamer is just someone that, you're talking about like when I go to sleep?
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean,
I don't expect you to be just dreaming.
Well, here's the thing, man, is I think if you're smoking a lot of weed,
okay.
If you're smoking weed constantly, I think that you stop dreaming. You know what I mean? I think that's
true.
That's a real thing. I noticed that if I'm smoking weed, like let's say I smoke weed like 6 days in a row, on the 5th and 6th day, there's no remembering my dream. I just go to sleep and I wake up, right? But there's certain things.
You've been smoking a lot since you've been in Edmonton.
Yeah,
on these holidays.
When I'm in, like, it's with the boys. Like I said, man.
Been smoking every day.
Yeah.
Have you been dreaming a lot lately?
I've been what?
Dreaming a lot?
No.
Okay, so you're right about that.
Yeah. But there's certain supplements that you can take that help with that. And I'm not saying that you take them just to help you dream. The perks, they're not included in that. But when I take this thing called ZMA, zinc, magnesium, and a B complex, I don't know why it's called ZMA. It is. It's the proper amount of, again, zinc, magnesium, and B complex that it allows you to get deeper into sleeps. It allows you to have deeper sleeps. You get well rested in a shorter period of time. And I notice when I take that kind of stuff, I'm able to remember my dreams. It's weird, man. It's really weird how it works. But
how much is it?
It's cheap, man. It's like $20.
Lasts a month?
I don't know. Yeah, a month and a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah. I didn't know such a thing existed.
It's amazing, man. Do you take any supplements?
No.
No, not at all?
No.
Like not even what do you mean you don't take supplements? Like you don't take even a vitamin C?
No, not really good at that stuff.
Okay.
Not a vitamin taker.
Okay.
I try, like when it's presented to me, hell yeah. If you had vitamin in your pocket right now, I'd probably take it. I haven't had my vitamin, whatever, D, give it to me.
Right.
No, that sounded that sounded like a beginning to a very cheap porn. Yeah, you got some vitamin D for me there, bro? No. What I mean is I'm just not into vitamins that much, but I should be.
Right.
But I've had my little, streaks for a month where I take them, so I've had that happen. But I wanted to know if dreaming is, without weed, obviously, it's very vivid and you remember a lot of it, as I do. It tends to affect my day a little bit. Are your dreams that strong where they affect the beginning of your day? Like, what's a good day for you versus a fucking rotten day? Like, share with us your best day versus.
Hold on a second here. Are you asking me if when I have a dream that it affects my whole day? Yeah. I definitely wake up sometimes from a dream and it was so real to me that I'm just kind of like, maybe I'm in a bit of a funk for maybe 30 minutes. But as soon as I have my cup of coffee in the morning, I almost can't even remember what my dream was about.
So just give it a chance for it to go away.
Oh, yeah.
With
dude,
coffee,
it goes away every time.
Right? Because it does.
It goes away every time.
Yes.
There's no way where I'm...
Just give it a chance.
Can you imagine walking down the street and someone's like, hey, man, what's going on? You all right? Fuck, bro. I had the worst dream.
I know it's coming.
Jesus Christ.
But I would agree with that person. Be like, you know what? I can't remember mine, but I agree. I had a bad dream today. Anyways, sir, have a nice day.
Right.
Yeah. So that was one of the questions.
That was one of the questions in that goddamn red book.
You're a great actor because I've seen. No, it wasn't.
Okay,
no, that was
yeah. Okay.
You're a great actor. I've seen some of your work. Do you feel like there's room to improve?
Oh,
Where do you see yourself on a scale from 1 to 10?
1.
Are you really?
Yeah, man.
You still feel like there's that much more improvement to do?
Man, yes. Man, I think even if there wasn't, the minute that you start to think that you're all that, or that you are super experienced, I think that's when you start to lose. You know what I mean? You ever heard that saying, when someone's on top, they can't stay on top forever?
Yeah.
I think you can, and as long as you don't believe that you're on top. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know what I mean?
It makes sense. I feel, yeah.
If I said to you I'm a 10, let's say I'm a 10.
Are you being hard on yourself when you say that? Like, does Zach like Zach?
Yeah, of course, man. I love myself for sure.
You do?
Yeah, I'm very happy with myself. Why? I just think
like you. Maybe even love you.
Yeah.
Why though?
Dude.
Go on.
I don't.
These are important.
Is that one of the questions in there?
Yes.
That's a tough
and
question.
I thought that was a good fucking question to be in a book.
That's a great question. I don't even know how to answer that, man. How do you answer that without sounding super condescending?
Well, no, you like you.
I love me, man. That's,
yeah, but not in a condescending way. What do you love about you? Do you love your ability? Like for me, if I was to shoot one out there, I love my ability to.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Go with the flow when I feel like there's just something inside of me that just wants me to just go with it. Mm-hmm. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly, or whatever. I love my ability to notice that and just let it happen.
Right.
Where it's something, but I don't like a lot of things as well.
Right.
This question just happens to be, what do you like about yourself and why? That would be a trait that I'm like, yes, I'm glad I have that. Because, man, I'd be fucking weird if I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. I get the question. Yeah. I think one thing that I really like about myself is my ability to always. I'm not really too worried what people think of me, I guess. You know what I mean? Like I try things and they fail, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. I don't know. Does that make sense to you? Like I kind of my ability to just like not really.
I can tell because
It's
you're
not- I
very
don't wanna
free
say-
with it.
I don't wanna say I
Otherwise,
don't-
how could you be?
Yeah, I don't want to say not giving a shit because I think everyone cares to some degree
Yeah,
of what
of
people
course.
think of them. But just
Yeah.
I think just being able to try new things
Yeah.
and not worrying what people think. You know what I mean? Like if I bought a restaurant or whatever and it failed and it tanked, and then I got married and I got a divorce and then I went to Vancouver and I tried to become an actor and all those things failed.
Yeah.
Well, guess what, man? Your reputation's kind of like, ooh, this guy's a little bit,
Yeah.
this guy's not really doing too well.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me, man. Yeah, it
course
doesn't
not.
bother me just because like I
I was
think
gonna say who gives a shit? But that's an adventure.
right.
Isn't the beauty in the journey?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you just waiting to get to a final day where you can look down in the mirror or wherever you are and say, you know what, mission accomplished, Zach? No, it's going to be all those memories of all the fucking shit that you went through to get you to that point. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So the beauty is in the journey.
100%.
But I agree with everything you're saying.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, wherever your journey takes you, as long as you're having fun. Do you feel like you must get told this a lot, especially you? You must get told that, you're very talented. The word talented comes out of,
yeah.
because I get that too.
I think those people are crazy though. That say that about
I don't
me.
like the word talented.
Yeah, I don't believe in
It
that.
bothers me. So I want to know from you what you don't like about it.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you what I don't like about the
look
word talented.
what I'm doing with my life right now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone can do it. Anyone. You just need to want to do it.
But you're talented.
No, I'm not.
Explain
Because
why.
well, I just think that like I don't know, man. The word talent is on such a big spectrum. You know what I mean? Like, what does that really mean? I don't think what I'm doing requires any talent. I guess it just requires you to want to do that. Like, if you wanted to move to Vancouver and attempt acting, or start a podcast, or just start working out 6 days a week because it's good for your mind, those are just I think just choices that you'd make. But yeah, talented for me, man. Like, fuck, man. Those people that can do like they can like look at something and they can like that's 2,670. They do like a math equation in their head real quick.
Yeah.
I mean that's that's not normal. That's talented, right?
I looked up the definition of talented.
What does it mean?
Talented says that it is basically something that you feel is naturally given to you at a young age, when you can say somebody's really good at math or really talented when it comes to playing basketball. So there's a talent element involved, but everything that we describe as humans is more physical, on a physical level. Like, I believe that when people are born, just like a computer, you're programmed, but you're programming yourself. When you went to Vancouver and took up acting and started surrounding yourself by those people, you're programming your inner self to be in that actor mode.
100%.
So why is that called talented when you're putting in hours and hours on your videos, on these meetings, on these get-togethers, behind the scenes, these drives, these podcasts you're doing, the dreams that you're having? There's a lot of man hours that go into making you who you are. So when people tell me you're talented, no, I'm fucking not talented. I drew a lot. I made many mistakes. I started out just like everybody else. Everybody looked like a stick figure. They were all circles and lines. I did it enough where it started to look more and more real, to the point where I became half-ass okay at it if I put in the time. But do you tell a lawyer he's very talented because of all the time he put in and how much he knows? He's good at it because he's put in the man hours. He wanted it that bad. So talent is somebody wanting something. So I think the word talented is misused.
I think so too.
I think it should be not talented, because talent, now you're speaking about something spiritual, about something that involves DMT or the other side, because now you're not talking about just natural progression. Somebody can look at something and solve a math quiz, while somebody can play basketball and you'd be like, well, he's got talent. Yeah, but he's obviously not good enough to play basketball.
Yeah,
but you could just kind of tell he's got that thing, where if he practiced enough, he might be half decent at it. So your first podcast is not like your most recent one.
100%.
My first one is nothing like this one, this is easily becoming my favorite one.
This one, yeah. Cool.
You know what I'm saying? Naturally, I'm saying. Yeah. So the word talent gets overused.
I think the word talent gets overused, and I think there actually is talent out there. And hear me out real quick. Just hear me out, okay? I think that talent is out there. Okay, because you can't say someone like Elon Musk is an average person, and if someone studied as hard as Elon Musk, they could be like Elon Musk, right? So
I did think about him.
Elon Musk is a talented motherfucker. Yeah. Michael Jordan is a talented motherfucker. Okay,
but
Tiger
Jordan
Woods.
Hold
on a second. Tiger Woods is a talented motherfucker.
Yeah.
These people have a special skill that they are able to do because they're in a game competing with people that also practice at it. Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
So I think that the word talented is real. I just think that the word talented gets misunderstood for being lazy. Because someone, if they look at me and they go, yeah, Zach's talented though, what he's doing. No, you're just being lazy. You can do it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there still is.
You're insinuating that you didn't work hard, that you were lazy doing this, which isn't true.
No, I'm not saying that at all.
No, but people that say that about you, that you're talented.
Yeah.
Well, if you weren't so lazy, you'd be doing it too.
Exactly.
Insinuating that I can't be lazy and be who I am. Obviously,
Exactly.
It takes a lot of work.
100%.
So using the word talented is fragile.
It's it's kind of just like a pillow for a lot of people. And I think that the more you can just. Yeah, man, I think as long as you don't believe in like that kind of stuff, like just the 10,000 hour rule is a real thing, right?
Yeah.
The more you do, if you do something for 10,000 hours, they say you master it. And if you really think about it, man, 10,000 hours is a lot. I mean, think about how many conversations on a podcast you'd have to have with that.
Yeah.
You become such a good conversationalist. You know what I mean? That it's amazing.
Yeah.
10,000 hours of speaking to people, you're going to be able to speak to anyone. Man, it's definitely something that is, it's something to think about because a lot of people can be doing, I think, a lot more.
Yeah.
If they just understood that rule. And what the fuck? Look, listen, I'm preaching like I'm like this guy that's like on top of the world and like I've made it.
We all have flaws.
Listen, I'm just learning. I'm 27. I'm learning, as I'm going in life.
Yeah.
I'm no one, like I don't listen to me, but I'm just saying from what I've picked up and like things that I've attempted in my life. Mm-hmm. It's always the same thing. Okay, cool. As long as I just keep sticking to it, I'm gonna get better at it, and it always fucking happens.
Yeah.
Because I suck at everything that I first start for sure. Everything that I've attempted to start out as, it's kind of just like, God damn it, man, I'm just not good at this, and I just I figured it out.
But that takes me back to my point, Zach.
What's up?
You just finished saying that Tiger Woods is talented. In a nutshell, you finished saying that Michael Jordan was talented. But do people know that Tiger Woods was taken out onto a golf course with his father when it was past midnight and it was pitch black outside? They didn't have any lights on. Blacks weren't allowed to golf. And he was golfing at night, blindfolded, to learn how to make that perfect shot. My point is, yes, there's tons of talent. But Michael Jordan got cut from his basketball team in high school because he wasn't good enough. So these people didn't have talent where you look at Tiger Woods at age 7, you're like, he's going to be pro. Or Michael Jordan, because they all failed. So where the word talent doesn't make sense to me is, at what point did that guy step onto the ice or step on the basketball court and became unbelievable instantly? Where you handed him a ball, it was like, whoa, where did that 360 dunk come from? No. Obviously. This took years and thousands of hours of practice. So where does the word talent come in? Is he talented at knowing what he wants?
Well, let's just take LeBron James, for example, who's in the NBA right now. Do you follow the basketball at all? Of
course.
Okay, LeBron James. He's a freak of nature. He's one of the best athletes of all time. Mm-hmm. Okay, why is he called the king if all those other people practice too? Because he's talented, right? He's the most talented person in the NBA right now.
But talented meaning, I think he just puts in more time than anybody.
So you think he just works harder than everyone?
I think he does.
Nah, man, there's guys.
I think they all have that extra push. Like Gretzky's dad had that extra push with him. Michael Jackson had his extra push from his dad in music. Everybody had that extra push that made you put in the extra hours required to get that level. So you can't say you practice more than Michael Jordan.
Allen Iverson.
Practice?
Practice?
We're talking about practice?
We're talking about practice?
We're sitting here talking about
practice.
But you know what I'm saying? Not to lose my point. I'm saying?
Hey, no,
I'm saying is they all put in their due.
But Allen Iverson, though, man.
Well, nobody worked harder than Michael Jackson at being a musician. Nobody.
You don't know that, though.
I'm pretty sure we're close. Nobody was treated like Michael Jackson growing up to be the perfect musician that he is. Because that takes time.
But there's definitely someone out there.
It's a diamond, right? It takes pressure.
But, man, there's definitely someone out there who is working their motherfucking ass off.
Yeah.
and they just don't have the talented voice, and they're just getting eaten alive.
Yeah, there's people that definitely might have picked the wrong path in what to chase. You know,
again,
like I'm sure Mariah Carey was who she is because she was absolutely stunning.
Talented can mean anything.
Yeah.
Talented can really mean anything. We both understand. I'm just saying
it's disappointing to call you talented because I see how hard you work at your craft. That's not talent.
I'm agreeing with you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm just wondering if a guy that like you hears it a lot is disappointed by that word.
I'm not talented, man. I'm just
no, but you get told that. Are you disappointed by it? I'm not saying you think you are. I'm saying you must get told that quite a bit.
Either way, man, it's kind of a compliment. Like I'm not gonna be like, what the fuck did you say?
But do you think it's right? I'm saying. The description of it.
No, I don't think it's right. I think that
because you think anybody can do anything, literally anything.
Anyone can do anything.
I could learn to play the piano if I actually went out there, paid the money, took the courses, and really came home and read the notes.
10,000 hours, Omar.
Right?
You're killing it.
I could play something for you. No, you play a little Aussie.
I think
maybe
you'd
30
kill
seconds
it.
of it.
I think you'd kill it. Like you'd be able to play everything.
It just takes the time,
kill it. Yeah,
right?
For sure. 10,000 hours.
That's where You know I'm a big movie buff.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
that's why I've been avoiding the conversation.
I'm a big movie buff.
I've been avoiding the conversation.
No, please don't. I'm a big movie buff. Chris, you agree I'm a big movie buff? Does Omar know his lines? Whew. He does. Yeah. So anyways, I like the fact that you're into movies. So I always want to have that conversation with somebody that's seen a lot of them.
Yeah, hit me up, man. I watch a lot of movies.
One of my favorites is The Green Mile.
Okay.
You were told on one of your podcasts if you'd ever seen it. You said no, and the guy got semi-upset that he had never seen it.
The one with Eminem?
No, The Green Mile. Sorry. No.
That's 8 Mile.
That's 8 Mile.
Oh, fuck.
I'm talking about The Green Mile with Tom Hanks.
Oh, no, never seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Never saw it, sorry.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
Anyways, one of my favorites. Castaway is one of my favorites.
Oh, man. It's one of the best movies of all time.
It's just weird that they're both Tom Hanks. But yeah, Castaway.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not about I'm not a big action guy. Everybody would think that Omar's the action guy.
Yeah.
I'm not the action guy.
I think action is...
like, that's just not...
I mean, John Wick is pretty sick, though. The Matrix is pretty sick.
Yeah, okay. But that was ahead of its time, so of course it was sick.
Right.
Avatar. Maybe not into those movies, but this was sick.
No, Avatar's fucking sick.
Oh, of course, man. Yeah. That's ahead of its time.
That's ahead of its time, yeah.
Exactly. So there are movies like that.
Yeah.
But I like the classics, too. Like, obviously, Bronx Tale. And
Never seen it.
Never seen Bronx Tale, bro? The driving backwards thing?
No. I know. Sorry, man.
And you hung out with Lebs?
Yeah, I know.
You would think Bronx Tale. Okay, obviously The Godfather.
Of course.
Yeah, of course, but no Bronx Tale. Bronx Tale's right there. So The Godfather.
Have you seen One Flew Over the
Donnie Brasco?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Dunk it, Chief. Dunk it.
Dude, that movie, I watched that for the first time like 7 months ago. The movie was made in
It's funny, I watched it a few months ago.
1975.
Yeah.
And it's still good in 2019, man.
It's amazing.
It's amazing, dude.
Great movie.
I'm a big Jack Nicholson fan, though.
Oh, he's awesome.
He's so good.
He's awesome. Come on, Chief.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah. He's so good,
Gets him to dunk for the first time.
Yeah. Fuck, he's good, man.
Yeah. He did a good job, man. But I like how he stayed true to himself all the time.
He's always that same guy, a little bit, right?
Right?
You know,
even as the Joker, he made himself the Joker.
I don't know. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
You wouldn't hit a man with glasses, would you? He gets punched by Batman. But he's just one of those guys that's always stay true, whether it was a clown he was playing, whoever it was.
Yeah.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That's a good one.
That's one of his best, I think, right?
I know that you it's probably earliest.
Yeah.
But no, not. I mean, there's good ones.
Yeah.
You can't deny Batman. You can't deny what was that one? Not Anger Management. Yeah, Anger Management with
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he assaulted a female, remember?
Yeah.
Female flight attendant in midair.
Yeah.
But he's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
I like him in The Departed, I think the best.
Which one?
The Departed?
I've seen that once.
What?
I don't remember all of it.
It's my favorite. One of my favorites.
Oh, okay.
It's the best movie of all time.
I got to watch it.
Jack Nicholson, Mark Wahlberg, Matt Damon,
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. Fucking what's Charlie Sheen's brother's name or dad's name?
Oh,
Martin
I know it was
Sheen.
a who's who
Martin
of
Sheen.
yeah.
Fuck, man, who else? There's even more. Alec Baldwin.
I've watched it. I just forget some of it, but I'm gonna watch it again.
You know the girl in The Departed? I served her. And I was
Really?
serving. Yeah, I was a little bit starstruck.
Where did you serve? What restaurant was it?
It's called Brown's Social House.
Oh, this was in Vancouver.
Yeah.
And did you meet a lot of people through that? Guaranteed you did.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Should we spark that joint again?
Yeah, sure. But you gotta tell me something, and I'll be sparking it.
Okay. Throughout the leaving to Vancouver, I'm gonna get a little deep with you here. Okay. Let me take one hit of that first.
Because I know people aren't boring when they're being deep.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking get real deep with you here. You all right over there?
Mm-hmm.
That's her. I know, man. I love her. Right? She's so amazing.
Who are you guys talking about?
Hey,
Her daughter too.
her daughter. I didn't know she had a daughter.
Her daughter is in what's that?
She's with 2 younger kids and her husband for dinner. What's her name? How do you say it? It's a weird name, right? It's like well, that's not weird. Sorry, it's a
Vera Farmiga.
Vera. Yeah, Vera.
V-E.
Vera. Yeah, something like that. Vera Farmer, whatever. I don't know.
What movie is that?
Dude, she's in The Departed. She's in The Conjuring. She's in a few, man.
Her daughter's the star of American Horror Story.
Wow, they like the horror movies, hey?
Yeah.
That's interesting to me. Hey?
The horror movies?
Yeah.
Never been in a horror movie.
Yeah, her daughter's
Like a horror movie person. I don't know. You know what I started watching? That Bird Box on Netflix.
Don't ruin it. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, just watched it today.
I'm watching
First time ever.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm not into horrors, but that's pretty close. That's like,
Yeah. Yeah. How was it? Was it good? Don't even say anything.
it was okay.
Don't. Jesus Christ.
I thought it was good. No, I liked it. I definitely recommend it. Yeah, I think you have to light it. It's your turn to go ape shit with it. Yeah, I brought up that word talented because I heard that here and there, obviously. And I just, I disagree. I think if you just did anything a bunch of 1,000 times that you'd be really good at it. Like, you don't have to.
Well, you're 100% right, dude.
You know?
Yeah,
Like,
you're 100% right.
don't look at me like I'm doing something that you can't do.
100%.
That's a weird look.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
But it's
you know?
but you can't come at it that way, man.
Yeah.
People are very sensitive.
Yeah, of course.
People are very. I'm good, by the way, on that.
Are you?
Yeah. Just had a hit there. Yeah, I don't think like approaching it in a way where it's like, hey, don't think I'm like weird. Like you can do this too. Like some people don't really react to that kind of motivation. You know what I mean?
It's so cliche. Like, you know what's coming.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? It's a little
You
bit.
have to hit this one more time. It's actually really good.
One last
Because
time.
I actually got it going. Proud of myself now. Yeah. Don't worry, when they edit it, they cut that 10 seconds out. Just goes right into the conversation.
No, don't.
Right?
No, don't.
Make it organic.
Organic. Don't cut
Okay,
Don't cut
I
any
don't.
of this out, man.
I
This is a free flow conversation. This is what people sign up for, brother.
Yeah.
They like this kind of stuff.
It always seems when you're speaking to somebody that those dead moments in a conversation, or when somebody's thinking, that they're awkward on film, and when they're being recorded, they're really cool to listen to because you allow the audience to do their own.
Right.
Right?
Right. I 100% agree,
Mhm.
man. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, man. So did you? I mean, I want to ask you something.
Ask me.
What did
Do you need the book?
give me that book. This is so ridiculous.
Right?
So your girlfriend's like, oh,
Okay, so listen,
my baby
open
has
it
a
up to page
podcast.
38, I think it is. There's a few red markings. Tell me if there's any questions you like on there. But anyways, you wanted to ask me your own question before you got to the book.
Ever?
You said I got a question.
What makes you feel?
You got a question for
That's
me.
so funny, man. What is a good day for you?
Good day.
That's hilarious.
Breathe in.
That's awesome.
Breathe in.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. What were you asking me?
Give me that book
I'm
back.
taking this book.
Give me that book back. You're about to ask me something. You're like, can I ask you a question?
I was gonna ask you, man. What is it like to be that guy? Like, how do you feel about being on social media? Because you're definitely a lot more active on it now. And that I think for some people,
I hate social media.
yeah.
Absolutely hate it with a passion. But when I went to hate it, I was going through a really dark time. And starting up my art allowed me to be able to share it on social media. So social media became about the sketching and the painting.
What was the dark time?
It was basically losing both my restaurants and losing a girlfriend at the time, and just developing a different kind of relationship with my family.
Was it a fiance
that I
kind of
wasn't
girlfriend kind of thing? Was it like getting to that?
Yeah, it was definitely there. Yeah, it had been years. So going through all that, I went through a time where I needed to get my mind off things, and a recommendation from his sister, actually a friend, Josephine, she she said to maybe take up art and get my mind off things. So social media, when I first started that, was just like my way of putting it out there. And I really liked it, even though I had decided at that time I'm never going to use social media because I don't want it. But it became about my art. And from my art, I became active on it because that was a good way of promoting yourself. Just letting people know what you're up to for those that care enough. And then it became about the podcast because I knew so many people and we were having such amazing conversations like this one that I'm like, why not capture that?
So did you listen to my
mic, you know?
podcast before you started yours?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, wow. Cool. I didn't
course.
know that.
Oh, yeah. We only started, 3 months ago?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You
Yeah.
know, so this is very, very recent,
Right.
man. Like, I knew about yours way before.
Right.
And thought about it, went in and out. And then it's just you meet the right people and
Yeah.
you sit down, have the right conversations before you know it. You want to try something.
Right.
And I got to a point in the book here, I'll go off track, where I'm going to say all these words and you're going to mention the first thing that comes to your mind.
Sure.
Chris, are you ready for this?